Hi there, Jishan. Let's take a look at this essay you've sent us and see what you had to say. Okay, many people believe that family has a greater influence on a child's life and development than other factors such as friends, TV, music, and so on. Do you agree or disagree? Here's what you said about this. Okay, the upbringing, where's my mouse? Here it is. The upbringing of a child is a huge responsibility. While some people believe that family has more of a role to play in the upbringing of a child, others differ to it and emphasize more on other factors like friends, television programs, music, etc. This essay will clearly illustrate as to why family has more influential roles to play in the life and development of a child than other things. Okay, so the good news is that the structure and how you've written this, what you've chosen to say, all of that is accurate. The problem is some of the grammar, some of the syntax that you've used. There's some mistakes throughout the entire paragraph. Let's talk about what they are. The upbringing of a child is a huge responsibility. And then what I didn't like is that in the very next sentence, you wrote upbringing again. Okay? So really, I mean, so soon, like, don't try to repeat the same words. So try to show some variety. So let's try it. While some people believe that family has a bigger role to play in how a child is raised, others disagree and emphasize other factors, not more on, like these things, music, okay? And I don't like etc. in IELTS essays. I never like etc. because it's as if there's more to say, but you're like, you know what? I don't want to. So avoid etc. It's not the same thing as including or such as. That's a little different. Okay? But when you say etc., it's as if like, there's more, but you know what? I'm not going to get into it. So it shows a certain amount of laziness, and I really am going to encourage you not to use it. Okay. So this essay will clearly illustrate as to why family has... Now, look what you did here. You could have simplified this and made it a cleaner sentence. You could have said as to why family has more influence in the life and development of a child than other things. This is also a little vague. So what are you saying? That it has more influence in the development of a child than it has influence on other things? Or are you saying that it has more influence on a child than other people or things have an influence? So it's a little vague the way you've written it. So what you could have said is that family has a more influential, or how about this? Family has more influence than other things in the life and development of a child. Okay? So that kind of clarifies things a little bit, I think. All right. Family and home is the first and foremost important educational establishment. I don't even think you can say that. It's not an educational establishment. Maybe it's an institution. But I don't know about that. That sounds a little strange to me, that family is an educational establishment. It sounds like you're trying to use nice words without really being cognizant of what they're saying. So this is a strange expression here. A child not only receives warmth and food from family at an early age, but also learns core nature that are not innate. No, it doesn't learn core nature. It doesn't make sense. Core behaviors, core norms, core beliefs, but not nature. For instance, discipline, etiquette, and morals, are all, no. Let's see, discipline, etiquette, morals. No, discipline, etiquette, and morals are traits that need to be adapted at an early age. Not adapted, adopted at an early age, which can only be provided by family members. Okay, here you want to tell us why. Why can only family members do this for us? Okay, you have to go a step further in your description. Secondly, when a healthy and friendly environment is available at home where a child will enjoy his moments, he or she will not need to seek no, that doesn't make sense. You don't seek means to spend time with. Will not seek other things to spend his time. I mean, something like that would be better here. Okay. For example, playing cricket playing cricket, which involves all family members, would make the game more enjoyable and strengthen the bonding further. Okay, I have to be honest with you. This second argument doesn't totally make sense to me. Why is the family a bigger influence? And you're telling me that if the home environment is friendly and warm, then the child will not go elsewhere to seek other company or other friends or whatever. That doesn't entirely answer this question for me. It's why does a family have a greater influence? So this is not the greatest argument you could have used here, but let's see what you wrote in the other paragraph. With the advancement of science, it is impossible to withhold, not held, a child from being exposed to music, singular, and TV programs with adult content, singular, but under proper guidance and parental supervision can be utilized to broaden their view, and they can easily differentiate and identify between good and evil. All their friends can have an effect on a child's activity. The proper choice of companion guided by parents can boost up its potentials. Okay, two problems here. Number one, it's underdeveloped because you've got some ideas and then you just leave them and you don't support them, you don't go into any detail. It's a short paragraph. So look at this. It's a paragraph with two sentences because this is all one sentence. It's a very, very long sentence, okay? But it's two sentences, so one and then two. So there's no structure to this paragraph. There's no support. You just have these two sentences, one of which is very long, and then you're out of there. And so this really needs a lot of work. And I'm also not convinced that it's entirely on topic. Look at the topic once again. So many people believe that family has a greater influence than other factors like friends, TV, music, and so on. So what are you essentially arguing here? Are you trying to tell us that it's understandable why people might think that these things have an influence on children? Friends, music, TV, and so forth. If so, that's what you have to support. You're not doing that. You're telling me that it's impossible to keep a child from these things, but a parent should guide them, and then, properly helping a child choose his friends. Well, so none of this is what the question asked you, and it's a paragraph that, like I said before, it really needs a lot of work. So you had to focus on this issue that, you know what, yeah, a lot of people think this, and there's a reason why they think that. I mean, there's a validity to this, that friends, music, and so on affect the child, especially after adolescence. So that's something you could have said. You could have said that when a child is very young, clearly the role and influence of the family is very large, but as the child enters adolescence and the teen years, the other influences that he or she may seek out himself or herself play a bigger role. Okay, we hear all about peer pressure, and we hear about that children spend more and more time with their friends than they do with their families, and so this is the influence that these children have. So this is all stuff that you could have supported in this paragraph, and using, of course, examples. But this paragraph really, like I said, needs a lot of work. So to summarize, there are a plethora of reasons that can affect a child's upbringing, but the pivotal role needs to be played by the family members by providing a friendly, healthy, and warm environment at home. That's fine. But like I said, this is problematic. And another thing that makes it problematic is that this is the paragraph that you actually support. So it should have come second. You need to reverse these two paragraphs because we talk about the side that we don't support first, and then we talk about the side that we do support. Okay. So from what I read in your email, you've taken the IELTS before. You've gotten a 6.5 before. The grammar is good. The vocabulary was good, but like I said, there are some major problems with your task achievement and major problems with coherence and cohesion. I wouldn't say major. There are problems with coherence and cohesion, but the big problem is with your task achievement. So I think that that's holding you back. I don't remember if you wrote when your exam is. If you've got some time, try to sign up for some more essay corrections with us so that we can guide you and give you more feedback and really kind of pinpoint what's going on with your essay writing. I hope you found this helpful, so I hope to see more of your essays soon. Good luck.